But just as there are people who want to find the tiger, there are others who hope it will never return. There are rumors that at the end of the 20th century, some interests, probably logging companies, tried to bribe hunters, park rangers and even scientists to find any Tasmanian tigers that might still be alive, with the intention of killing them and destroying their carcasses so that conservation organizations would not have the slightest chance of ever finding them. We need to know that if the Tasmanian tiger were to be rediscovered, the Tasmanian government would have to launch a program to protect the species and its habitat, declaring large areas as protected national parks, which would mean an unquestionable end to all logging. In fact, something similar happened in the Benjamin's native Florentine Valley, but not because a surviving Tasmanian tiger was found. In 2009, Tasmanian police there carried out a series of arrests of protesters who were holding rallies to protect nature and stop large-scale logging. Despite a heavy-handed police crackdown and frequent sentencing, activism continued and escalated in the following years. The conservationists' efforts finally paid off in 2013, when the area was declared a national park and inscribed on UNESCO's World Heritage List. Since then, logging in the valley has been strictly prohibited. It is clear that we must continue to work to limit the negative impact on nature in the future, otherwise many species, including the already endangered spotted quoll and Tasmanian devil, could suffer a similar fate to that of the famous Tasmanian tiger. Of course, it is understandable that loggers want to keep their jobs. After all, the timber industry is the only employment option and the only source of income for those Tasmanians who are less educated or do not live in cities like Hobart. But we need to recognize that this is not just a conflict between humans and 3 species of carnivorous marsupials. Australia has the highest mammal extinction rate of any country in the world, having lost 39 species or 10% of its terrestrial mammal fauna since the beginning of European settlement. If we do not stop this negative trend now, the relationships between producers, prey and predators will continue to break down, meaning the whole ecosystem is heading for collapse. We will lose not only animals, but also plants and especially trees, because they will not be able to regenerate as quickly. Ironically, the endemic marsupial species must survive if Tasmania's timber industry is to be sustained. A healthy, stable ecosystem is therefore a prerequisite, but this will not be possible until the Tasmanian tiger returns to its apex predator role. Thankfully, we can be almost certain that this will happen, whether or not they manage to sensationally rediscover it in some remote Tasmanian or New Guinean place cut off from the rest of the world.